Hi, this is Don Matheson from ScottsdaleRealEstate.com and AZGolfHomes.com with your Inside Scottsdale moment. And we are really excited today to be here with the Mayor of Scottsdale and my friend Jim Lane. And so I want to thank you, Jim, for being here and taking a moment because I really know how busy you are. And I just wanted to ask you a few questions.
Sure, absolutely, Don, and thank you for being here. You're certainly welcome. I'm glad to be here.
Thanks. So, Jim, what would you say you like best about your job? You've obviously been involved at the city council level for 7 years, the last 2 as mayor. And what do you kind of like about your job, would you say?
Well, I suppose it's one of those questions that's it's a little bit of a trick question because there's a lot of things that are involved that are really a great aspect of being in the mayor's position and being in this job. Number one, I've lived here in Scottsdale a long time.
Since 73, right?
That's exactly right. And I really feel like I have had something that I wanted to give back to the city, and I had something to offer, and I felt good about that. And I'd had to say, given the time, now I'm speaking specifically of the mayor's position right now, given the fact that we've had some relatively tough times, my background and frankly where I came from and the issues that I ran on played well into meeting some of the challenges. The challenges actually created some opportunity. And my business background and all of my background, I felt not only comfortable, but sort of not only further engaged, but enthused about getting after the issues that had to be met and addressed. And I think we've done a great job in conjunction with the entire council. They really have moved up, and we've moved the ship in a little bit different direction, but it's been a positive one. Particularly under the circumstances, I think it's been a great one, and it's been a great effort, and I think we're having some great results with it. And we're looking forward positively going into the future.
Right, and then certainly your CPA background and your almost 30 years of business experience. You were an entrepreneur, and I know frankly from talking to a lot of my friends in the business community, you've really done a great job of reaching out and getting city officials to reach out too. And things really seem to be perking right along right now.
Well, thanks for that report in on that, too. I'm glad to hear that always. And there isn't any doubt, I think, that the business and accounting and financial background, given these times, have played a maybe even more serious role in working with the city than it might have been otherwise. But, there's an awful lot of other great aspects. Meeting the people of Scottsdale, being at functions, talking to folks, really in hopes of maybe inspiring people to step up for Scottsdale. And that's been something I have definitely been working on for the entire time I've been in the mayor's position. Council was a little different story. It was a little different kind of effort. And you can imagine, just by virtue of the mayor's position, there's a little bit more control and a little bit more effort that needs to be expended, and frankly, just leadership, I suppose.
Right. So what would you say, you've been around since 73. I've only been here 16 years, so I'm a relative newcomer, but what do you think would, in your mind, make Scottsdale kind of unique and sparkle for you?
Well, there's a lot of history that has built a great city, but really the thing I suppose that I would say that has made this city unique has been the people. Mm-hmm. I mean, from its origins, really as a ranching and agricultural community to what it is today. I mean, an awful lot of it has to do is what the people who lived here then and were the founders and sort of formulated a path for us really set in motion a great town. And it's up to the rest of us as we go on to continue to be vigilant and to be forward-thinking and recognizing that we're a great city. Right. But in order to maintain that and to, frankly, to grow on that reputation, we have to be working with every day and looking out for the city on the overall.
Right. Well, we do, Jim, a lot of corporate relocation. We deal with the secondary home market. And actually, we have a lot of Canadians that are very interested in our town here, our city, investing their money. What would you say to them that are thinking about making an investment in the city of Scottsdale?
It's really a very practical issue. You need to look at it from the standpoint of that investment, the value that you're looking to invest in, and realize that this city government and this city is determined not only to maintain the value, that premium value of being here in Scottsdale, but to grow on that. Now, is there anything wrong with that kind of thinking? Really, there is not. Really, the city and municipal government really needs to be engaged in creating an environment of value that translates in protecting your investments here in Scottsdale. And we're a perfect example of a city, I think, that is run well and continues to grow well without going over the top on any particular area, but to maintain an environment that's very special and has value, and people recognize that.
Right. Well, those are all really great thoughts. And this is Don Matheson with your Inside Scottsdale moment with our mayor, Jim Lane. Thanks, Jim.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Pleasure.